Hey guys, and welcome back to another exercise session. This is going to be a 30-minute high-intensity workout combining both yoga and bodyweight exercises. We're going to try and loosen up those hips, your lower back and your hamstrings while building strength in your core and your shoulders. So start getting yourselves ready. You can just do this in your living room. I'm just doing it on my yoga mat with bare feet. So as I said, get yourselves ready. So we're going to start in just a few minutes. Hey guys, this is a test to see where I should stand. Can you see me up here? Can you see me down here? So we're going to start off with a little warm up, get ourselves loose. So get yourselves ready on your mat. I'm going to do it this way so you can kind of see my body shape, and I'm going to get ready with the phone. So you ready guys? I'm ready. I'm going to hit the timer. We're going to do this first exercise for about a minute. We're going to step to the top of our mats and we're going to reach up to the sky, try and touch the ceiling, bend back. When you bend, always try and stick your bum out a little bit, and you want to try and pivot like this. Put your hands down, step back into a plank, and then step up and then reach. So we're going to start slowly, step back into a plank, step up and then reach. Step down, step up and then reach. Step down into the plank, reach up to the sky. So let's pick the pace up a little bit. I want to get some blood moving. Pick the pace up and alternate legs, sometimes moving your left foot forwards, sometimes taking your right foot back, switching it up. Keep going guys, keep going. Pick up the speed. Oh, I can already feel the blood going. Oh yeah, loving it. Really fast now. Let's pick up the speed. How fast can you do this? Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can already feel the blood moving. I like it. Right, we're going to do something similar now, but we're going to slow it down a little bit. Now we've got a bit of blood moving. We're going to, it's called an inchworm. So it's actually very similar, but I want you to focus on your hips and your back. So we're going to reach up and we're going to fold, pivoting at the waist, sticking your bum out, keeping that core nice and tight. Slowly, and then breathe out and just hang for a minute. Try and let the neck go here. This is really important. Hold a lot of tension in your leg, in your neck, and just let your arms sway side to side a little bit. Look at that, I'm touching the floor. For those that know me, you'll know how inflexible I used to be. Look at that, I'm not even warm yet, I'm touching the floor. Stoked. So from this position, we're going to inch out into a plank. So put your hands on the floor, you can bend your knees if you need to, and just slowly walk yourselves out into a plank. And if you're feeling fit, chuck in a press up, keeping those arms nice and tight to your body, and push back and just slowly inch by inch moving back, and then all the way up and reach. Slowly pivot all the way down, hang here for a second, bend your knees, and slowly inch by inch worm out into a plank. Chuck a little press up in there if you're feeling strong. If you don't want to do a press up, then just stick with the plank. You got to adjust this to your own individual needs. I want you to really focus on this pivot. I want to keep this back completely straight. This is where you release so much tension in your lower back. I used to think my hamstrings were tight, but it's so much of it is in your lower back. See, like, got to get that lower back down, and then walk the hands out like so. Right, next up we're going to do some lunges. We're going to start to loosen up these hips. I don't know about you, but I have very tight hips, especially with all this sitting around. So we're going to just step forwards. You want to be stepping forwards, keeping those hips nice and square. Once you step into, you want this to be a right angle and that to be a right angle. So push back, just alternate legs, keep it moving. We're going to do this for about 40 seconds. You can keep your pace up on this, try and stay on your toes. It's really important. Don't let your knee, that back knee, touch the floor. You want to get that bit of movement, mobility in the hips. Oh, get that. Got 20 more seconds, so start to pick up the pace a little bit. Pick up the pace, pick up the pace. 10 more seconds. Good for your bum. It's all about having a good bum. Right, now we're going to slow this down, okay? We're going to step into a lunge, and then we're going to twist like that. Okay, so step back, step the other foot forward. Oh, wrong way. We're going to twist towards the leg that you've bent. So I'm bending my left leg, I'm turning to the left and back. So I'm going to right foot forward, turn to the right. Oh, left foot forward, turn to the right. So you want to twist as you step, but you can slow your lunge down a bit. Twist and step. Oh, I'm off balance now. Too out of breath. Again, slow it down. It's better to get a really good execution on these. You'll feel it tight in your hips. I lost. Right. Another one. Sit into it a bit. Nice rotation. Okay, that's it on this. Restart that timer. Let's go. Okay, next up is squat pulses. So for my squats, I like to have a nice wide stance. I've got quite tight hips. So put hands out in front of you, really wide stance, squat pulse. A little bit of 5-second break. So we're just gonna bend down, have a little bounce, and then up. Bend down, have a little bounce, then up. Right, we're gonna do 20 of these. Ready? Get with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 bounces. 1, 2, 3. Start easy with these. 4. As you go down, sort of bounce one side to the other. 5, 6, 7. Just sit into it. Try and get a bit deeper each time, and make sure you go easy, because it's quite easy to tear something in your hips, and you can even mix it up again. Yeah, getting those knees in. Oh, okay, that must be about 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Right, on the last one, I want you to sit into a squat. Now, try and keep your heels on the floor if you can. If you can't, it's okay. You can sort of support yourself with your hands in front of you. But if you can, just sit into those hips. It's a deep, deep stretch into your hips. Just spend a minute here getting your breath back. We're going to have 20 more seconds before we're going to do a couple of press ups. Now, if you can't do press ups, then you can drop your knees. If you're feeling strong, then follow with me. So first we're going to get into a plank. Now again, you can either hold your plank and not press up, or you can drop your knees. That's going to make it a lot easier. When you do try and press up, again, try and keep those elbows tight to your body. It's easier to go like that, but we want to keep them tight. It's much better for you. Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds of, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you. We're going to press up, tap, tap, press up. Okay, we're going to do about 10 of those. If you can't do those, drop your knees. If you can't do those, just hold a plank. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Press up, tap, tap. Press up, tap, tap. Press up, tap, tap. Press up, tap, tap. press up, tap, tap, press up, tap. Oh, okay, slowing down. Tap, tap, press up. Okay, that'll do. And then the last one, I want you to take 5 seconds on slowly dropping all the way down onto your front. We're going to keep your hands where they are, and I want you to just lift up your lower back, not using your arms just yet. I want you to just engage those lower back muscles, tense your glutes, tense your bum muscles to lift your back. Okay, we're going to do 10 of these, just little pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, last one. We're going to now use your hands to help get you up a little bit higher. Pull those shoulders down your back. Pull those shoulders and your shoulders away from your ears and slowly drop down. Before pushing back into downward dog, you need to come to your knees first for feeling strong. Up through plank into downward dog like this. Oh. With downward dog, you want to try and push your chest through your shoulders, and you want to be at a right angle. So if you're like me and you're quite tight in your posterior chain, your hamstrings and your back, it's good to have your legs bent. So push through like this and just slowly walk out your dog, they call it. Straighten those legs. It's also really nice to look under your armpit. You kind of feel it in your side more. Twist round. This is an opportunity to do any movements that feel good. Look under your armpit, each armpit. Oh, it's so nice in your ribs. Stretch out your armpit. Hold that position a bit more. Okay, next up, we're going to hold this downward dog position and we're going to raise one leg. I want you to keep that foot engaged, lift up as high as you can, and then we're going to rock forward into a plank and try and touch your nose with your knee before pushing back into downward dog and straightening that leg as high as you go. And then come forward, touch your left elbow all the way back up, come forward, touch your right elbow, and then all the way back up. And then we're going to, on the next one, keep holding it, bring it through, and drop it into pigeon. So you're going to lay your shin on the floor in front of you, like so. And then you can walk out your rear foot with that. And you're going to feel this in your glute. This is one of my favourite muscles to stretch. We're going to spend a whole minute in this stretch. Just getting our breath back and really feeding into the stretch. If you sit up like this, you feel it a little bit more in your right hip flexor as well. And then come down onto your arms and you can slowly relax your knee as well. And drop your head. Try and release that tension in your neck. So nice. And if you're really flexible, you can put your head on the ground. The idea is to get this foot high up, so you try and pull it up, but I'm pretty tight in my glutes. But this muscle here, this is a great stretch for kite surfers, wakeboarders, skateboarders, anyone that does any activities, even runners as well. I love just that big powerful muscle in your bum. It gets so tight. Okay, we're coming up to a minute now. Feeling like I've got my breath back a little bit. Next up is Dolphin. Okay, this is a great one for shoulder mobility, learning to do handstands, one I've been working on for a while. Similar to downward dog, but it's like doing downward dog on your forearms, okay? So the way how to figure out your arms is we're going to get in a tabletop position, like this, and we're going to drop down onto our forearms, and then you're going to put your thumbs into your armpits, okay, like so, and that is where you should have your elbows. And then you're going to put your forearms out in front of you. If you've got super loose shoulders, you can have them straight out like that, but for me, I like to make a fist and put my hands together. And then what we're going to do is tuck our toes, and we're going to lift and push into a downward dog, making sure your head is off the floor, pushing through your shoulders like a downward dog. So it's hard for me to talk and do this, but you want to go right underneath like that. Think about pushing your head towards your knees. And then work on straightening your legs. I'm shaking already, but we're going to try and hold this for another 30 seconds. Keep holding it, keep holding it. Try and walk out the dog. Again, push through your shoulders. Whew. 20 seconds. Keep holding, keep holding. Push back, adjust. Okay, drop the knees. Sit back onto your knees. I never used to be able to sit on my knees. My ankles hurt so much. But after a bit of time, they do loosen up a little bit. Okay, we're going to go back into another plank series. We're really working on our core today. Oh, I've got a sweat on. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hot. See how we're doing for the time. Okay, right, so we're going to go into another plank. But instead of doing press-ups, I want you to do fast knees. So lift your knees up like that, okay? This is what you're going to do. We're not starting yet, still in rest period, but I want you to get ready, okay? So, ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fast knees. 30 seconds, guys. Push it, get that core moving. And you can feel your hips help getting a bit of flexibility. Drive your knees. See how close? I'm just touching my elbows, bouncing off my toes. 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds. Push out, push out. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go into a downward dog in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then push back. Push back. Okay, we're going to try to be efficient in this down dog and use this as our rest period. I've got sore shoulders. I told you this is going to be tough on the core. Walking out that dog. Do any movements here that are good. If you're really puffy and struggling, drop down into a child's pose. This is another great one. One of my favourites. But if you're feeling strong and you want to keep the intensity up, keep it in down dog. And then remember the down dog look. I should be a right angle here, I don't know if I am. But you want to push, work on getting your chest towards your knees and your thighs. That's a trick. So many people do down dog like this and be like, yeah, I'm doing it. But it's a plank. You've got to be like that. Okay, now we're going to do those leg raises, but with your other foot. So I did it with my left foot first. We're going to do it with the right foot now, okay? So lift up the right foot as high as it goes, push through. Come forward into a plank on your toes, touch your nose. All the way back out, behind you, come forward, touch your right elbow. All the way back out, stretch, come forward, touch your left elbow. All the way back out, push behind you, come forward into that pigeon. Lay your shin on the ground. This should be your other side that we haven't done. Start upright, make some minor adjustments, walk out that rear leg, make sure your hips are in line. Just slowly take some deep breaths. Raise the heart rate up now. This pigeon's going to give us an opportunity to get our breath back. And I just love leaning. Oh, love a pigeon. I do love a pigeon. Wow, I'm sweating a lot. But we're just over halfway through the exercises now. Feel that hip. When you're set upright like this, you feel it a little bit more in the hip flexor as well as your glute. It's good to start this at the beginning. And then we're going to slowly drop down onto your knees, your forearms, and let that head go. I'm going to have another 30 seconds of rest because I just love this stretch so much. Oh, it burns. This is a great one to do in front of the telly when you're chilling at night. Just spend like 5 minutes in this. This will massively help you touch your toes. Another 10 more seconds. Next up, we're going to do some sun salutations. One of my favourites. This is like a little of my own adaptation of sun salutations. Right, that's our pigeon done. Slowly come out of that. Oh, take it easy because you do go quite deep into your stretches, into that hip, glute muscles. So yeah, this is my own version of sun salutations, but it's very similar. I just like to take a little bit more time on certain areas, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the back. Now we're going to come to the front of our mat. First of all, we're going to reach up to the sky, okay? Reach up, come right up onto your toes. I can almost touch the ceiling, not quite. Back down, and then we're going to fold. Really slowly fold and hang, okay? Now I want you to bend your legs, make sure your hands are on the floor, and I want you to put your hands on your calves behind your legs. Again, let your head go, and you're going to push into your hamstrings, pulling your head in between your legs. We're going to spend 10 minutes doing this. Really pull, push, and pull. And then we're going to come out of that, come up to a flat back, so we're on a right angle now, and then we're going to fold again. Oh, and look how much further you go if you do that. It's crazy. Right, and then we're going to step back into a lunge. So right foot back first, drop that knee, bring the hands through and raise them up. Lift and push forwards into that hip flexor. Spend a minute there. And then come all the way forwards. Take that leg back into a plank and hold a plank for just a second, and we're going to drop down over 5 seconds. We're going to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the hands where they are. This is called Cobra. We're going to lift your head, peel up. Like so, all the way down. Push back to down dog. Either from the knees or all the way through plank. And then we're going to step the other foot forwards now. So we're going to step I'm going to step my right foot forward, drop my left leg, sweep up, pushing into that hip flexor here. You're going to feel that here, making sure your hips are square, roughly a right angle. It doesn't matter too much. Hold up. Try and bring those arms back, look up to the ceiling. Hold it for another few seconds. And then slowly come forwards, put your hands down, and we're going to step forwards into a forwards fold. Let that head go and just hang here for a minute before slowly standing all the way up tall, reaching to the ceiling and dropping down. Okay, we're going to do a slight variation. This is sun salutations B. So this one we're going to sit into a chair first. So as you sit down, raise your hands up, stick your bum out here as far as it goes. Try and lift those arms up. My shoulders are super tight. Hold it here for another 20 seconds. Whew. See if you can sit a little bit lower without falling over. 10 more seconds. And then we're going to go from a chair into that forward fold again. Forward fold. Oh, loosening up those hamstrings. Right, I want you to put your hands underneath your toes. And then I want you to push out into those hamstrings. Woo, loosening up that posterior chain. Feeling super loose and warm right now. Just take, I love a good forward fold. Right, and then we're going to put our hands down. We're going to step back into another lunge, taking your right foot back, dropping your knee. We're going to do a little twist here. So we're going to twist towards your bent knee, make a fist with your bottom hand, put your hand on the top, and I want you to twist around. Try to bring your chest through and up. You want to feel a lift here. You're going to feel it all up your side. Twist. Keep twisting. Keep twisting. Oh, that's nice. A bit longer. Right, after the twist, we're going to put both hands either side of that foot and we're going to step into this position. I've had a brain freeze and forgotten the name. Lizard, that's it. This is a lizard pose. If you're feeling tight or tired, you can drop your knee. Also has the same effect. Just trying to just open up those hips. This feels real good. But I'm going to keep a little bit of a stronger position like this. Into that lizard pose. 5 more seconds, kind of roll around into it. And then we're going to move back into a plank. And we're going to hold the plank for 30 seconds. If you're feeling strong like me, let's smash out 10 press-ups. Okay, but otherwise hold the plank or even hold it like this. Or you can even do some cat-cows as well. nice and slowly, but I'm going to do 10 press-ups because I'm trying to get it today. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! Let's drop those knees. Let's actually do a quick cat-cow, okay? So we're going to push everything away and bend, and then we're going to fall through your shoulders, stick your bum away, arch your back, look up to the ceiling. Let's do a couple of these. This is great for your back. These are called cat-cows. Taking your time with this is a great way just to get your breath back after those planks, after the press-ups. Right, now we're going to drop onto our bellies again. We're going to do a Cobra, another one for your back flexibility. Look up. You want to do most of the work with your back, but just help yourself with your arms. For pushing back into the down dog. And then we're going to step your other foot through that you didn't lunge. So for me, I did my right foot first. No, I did my left foot, sorry. I'm going to step through my right foot. And we're going to do that twist. So make a fist. You want to try and twist all your body towards the middle, like so. And open up. Feel that twist. Keep your hips square. Try and feel a lift. You don't want to dump too far forward into this one. Stand up tall. Feel that lift through your chest. Whew, I'm sweaty. Almost there. Just got a couple more minutes to go, guys. A few more. Okay, now for these last couple of exercises, we're going to switch to our back. Okay? Just a little bit of ab work before the last few ones, okay? So, watch me for this one first before you do it, and then we're going to do it for a minute. I'm just going to see how we're doing for time. Okay, so we're going to we've got 3 minutes to go before our 30 minutes is up. So first, we're going to have our hips high like this. Watch me first. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to stretch out. Hands touch the floor, legs hovering, and you're going to crunch in like that. And put your arms here. And then we're going to do 5 of those, okay? So 5 of those, okay? So we're going to do 5 of each. We're going to do 2 of each, okay? Get yourselves ready on your back. Have a quick drink if you need one. So first, legs high. Try and straighten them if you can. Engage those toes. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then all the way back. And then crunch in like that. There we go. Bang. 3, 4, 5. Keep on for the abs. Let's get this 6-pack going. That's round 1. We've got one more round. Straighten up those legs. Lift your arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then drop it all the way back. Touch your arms. Crunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now put your feet down on the floor like this, and we're going to do a bridge raise hold for about a minute now, okay? Which basically, watch me before we get into this. I'm going to explain what you're going to do. You're going to lift your hips up there like this, and you're going to push them as high as you can, okay? Just going to keep an eye on the clock. We're going to start in 5 seconds. We're going to hold it for a whole minute now, okay? This is really good, working the opposite muscles to what we've worked already. This is really, really important. So we're just going to have another 10-second rest before pushing up. Ready, steady, go. Really think about tensing your glutes, your bum muscles, pushing them up as high as you can. It's good for your hamstrings. If you want a little bit more support, you can take your hands underneath, make a fist with your hands, and just add a little bit more support with your hands. Keep going, guys. Keep going. We're about halfway through. Just keep an eye on the time. Yeah, that's 30 seconds. I want you to hold it for another 30 seconds. Well, I'm shaking now, but you can keep going. Okay, we've got another 15 seconds. When you come out of this, I want you to lower vertebrae by vertebrae at the same time. Ready? Just, okay, now we're going to slowly lower all the way down. Just 3 more times. Lift up and then slowly lower vertebrae by vertebrae, really opening up that back. Lift up and lower. Last exercise, the whole exercise. Up and lower. Whew. That's it, guys. 30-minute workout complete. Don't know about you, but I actually got pretty sweaty. The idea of this is to raise your heart rate, get a little bit of blood moving, a little bit of mobility in your hips, your core, some of the most important areas for me that maintains my time on the water, my flexibility, helping me get those grabs. I'm still a super tight person, you know, flexibility wise, and I've only learned all of this stuff from trying to improve myself. So I really encourage you to try this a couple of times. You'll only get better. But thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you guys have a really, really good day. And now I can finally put my living room back together. Look, do you want to have a look? This is my mini studio. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're not already. Cheers. Peace out.